Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, for that lovely intro. Well, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 117 of the show. Friday, October the 28th, 2022. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a wonderful, lovely evening. It's been a crazy week all this week long. It has been my week, let me tell you. I will explain what's going on, but y'all know what's going on. Refer to my community page concerning the video that I made yesterday. I had to make yesterday, my official statement video yesterday. I figured it will be up until after Halloween. Once Halloween is over, it will be taken down. But I will remain true to my word on this whole situation, and I figured, because it has to be done, it needs to be done. So that's all I'm going to say on that matter. Just reference my latest post from the community posting of my YouTube channel. So, anyways, let's get into the fun stuff. We're talking about Impact Wrestling that happened last night on October the 27th, 2022. A lot of things are happening. The fallout from the whole thing with the Honor No More, and the first domino of Honor No More fell as the Kingdom was talking to Scott D'Amore. Said, "Hey, we want to attack," and then Scott D'Amore agreed with, "Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't be put in this position and everything else." And he says, and they shook hands and say, "Hey, you don't have to worry about it anymore because you're fired." And they're like, "What? He's not serious, is he?" And that's how, hence, that the Kingdom ended up in AEW, and now. That means when Adam Cole comes back, he won't have O'Reilly and Fish. Instead, he'll have the Kingdom to back him up. And I wouldn't be surprised if he reunites with them when he comes back from his injury. So, but that's in AEW. We'll find out what happens, because Matt Taven is challenging Wardlow for the TNT title tonight on AEW. First matchup was the X Division title tournament round 1. Now, Laredo Kid suffered an injury. I don't know if it was during his match against Black Taurus and all that. He suffered an injury. Don't know if whoever won that first round matchup, because whoever did, if Laredo Kid got hurt, Black Taurus will replace him in the tournament to crown a new X Division champion. Trey Miguel and Alan Angels had a great matchup. Trey Miguel did win the match, and he'll advance to the next round of the tournament. Chris Bay and Ace Austin confronted Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, so Trey Miguel has moved on in the tournament. Now, I think he's going to face the winner of the Kenny King-Mike Bailey matchup. As the left side of the bracket, I think Black Taurus, if he did advance, and due to the Laredo Kid's injury, he'll face the winner of Yuya Uemura and the returning PJ Black. So it's going to be, I think, very interesting, to say the least. And, let's see. Chris Bay and Ace Austin, the Bullet Club, confronted the ECW Originals, Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer, about what happened last week. And and Ace Austin believed that Bully Ray attacked Austin. Bully Ray says he never did any of that. And so Chris Bay was kind of jumpy for a matchup, so he challenged Tommy Dreamer to a match. Tommy Dreamer says, "Fine, you got it, let's go. See you out there." And Gisele Shaw and Vexed, that's Deonna Purrazzo, Chelsea Green, talking about eliminating Mickie James in that 6 knockout tag team matchup. And if they pin Mickie James would retire. Knockouts action, Tasha Steelx against the newcomer Rachelle Scheel. And during the matchup, Tasha Steelx grabbed the microphone, says, "I'm not going to fight her." And here's to go to the matchup. She said, "Savannah, finish her off." Savannah attacks her. Referee disqualifies Steelx, giving Scheel the win. So there's that. A backstage hand, possibly a staff member, congratulated Heath and Rhino about winning the Impact Tag Team titles. They run into Militia Machine Guns. They talked to Alex, Shelley, and Chris Sabin. Said, hey, we want to shot them. So we made a promise. We're not going to hold these championships for trophies. We're going to defend the titles. So if you want, talk to Scott D'Amore. We'll get him. So they said, let's go to Scott D'Amore's office. So they go to Scott D'Amore's office. They see major players waiting outside. They started arguing. Scott D'Amore goes, guys, shut up. Here's what we're going to do. There's going to be a match tonight. Matt Cardona, Alex Shelley for the matchup. Tommy Dreamer went one-on-one with Chris Bay. During the matchup, Moose comes out, starts arguing with Bully Ray about something, and Moose went behind Bully Ray to trip Chris Bay, making it look like Bully Ray did it. But despite that, Chris Bay did pick up the victory over Tommy Dreamer. Aussie Open, that'll be the team of Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, saying, hey, we'll challenge any of Impact's best tag team. And they want to be the Impact Tag Team Champions. Another team will be after Heath and Rhino. And Bully Ray freaking out and flipping out about Moose. Dreamer tells him to calm down. And Alex Shelley went one-on-one with Matt Cardona. And Matt Cardona picked up the victory while the referee was distracted. Brian Myers hit, after fighting off Sabin, Brian Myers hit Alex Shelley with the Impact Digital Media title belt. And Matt Cardona picked up the victory. Brian Myers continued his attack on Sabin until Heath and Rhino come out and decide to fight the major players. Meanwhile, backstage, Josh Alexander talks to Rich Swann. He said, you're doing your thing. We're killing it. You're the world champ and all that. Give me props, and all that. Gail Kim says, hey, Rich, can I talk to Josh Alexander? He says, listen, I know I'm going to give you my 2 cents of Bully Ray. He's taught me everything in the business, including not trust anybody. So watch your back. Keep your head in the swivel. Steve Macklin then attacked Josh Alexander. Gail Kim says, stop it, Steve. Get him out of here and all that. Kazarian looks at Alexander. Alexander says, I don't need your help and all that. But he said, hey. And it's about, listen, I want to make sure you make it to Overdrive. Some people don't want you to make it there. And he goes, and then Josh Alexander, you know something? I might need a partner. Aussie Open's been running him out about taking on the best tag team. We are one half of some of the best tag teams in wrestling. I said we do it. I said, hey, we're there. So next week the Aussie Open will be taking on Frankie Kazarian, the former X Division champion, and the current Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander, next week. And say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. He took on Raj Singh, and Joe Hendry cut a promo about, this guy could lose it all his stuff. I watched Joe Hendry out. This guy's got a weird way of motivating people, making the fans like him for some weird. But I like Joe Hendry. And Hendry did pick up the victory over Raj Singh. Excuse me. Eric Young and with Dean with him talks about Sami Callihan. They're going to go one-on-one next week. He says that Sami Callihan understands. Sami Callihan and Eric Young on the same team. Somebody call my mama. But right now, they have to oppose each other next week. Gia Miller sat down with Eddie Edwards, and he says, whatever happened between me and Lish, just keep it on the down low. I'm trying to keep it private. And Gia Miller says, I'm going to respect that. But he says, honor no more is no more. We see the kingdom is gone. The kingdom is gone. Kenny King decided to do his thing in the X Division. Vincent is in the hospital, but he says he's PCO is to blame for all this. He's going to make PCO pay. Eddie, my man, be careful what you wish for, because PCO is one freaky dude. Let me tell you, he'll make mincemeat out of you. And then there's the 6 Knockouts tag team matchup. Jordynne Grace, Mickie James, and Taylor Wilde take on Gisele Shaw and Vexed. Heck of a matchup. It was crazy to the point where Mickie James pinned Chelsea Green, and that picks up the victory for Jordynne Grace, Mickie James, and Taylor Wilde. What a matchup that was. Tonight, AEW Rampage. I want to see what's going on there. And tonight is SmackDown as well. It's going to be on FS1 for those of you local folks out there that have FS1 and Fox. because of the World Series. That's right, the World Series will be on Fox. Phillies and Astros, Game 1, I believe. This is going to be a heck of a series, folks. We'll see what happens. The Astros swept the Yankees. Sorry, Michael Bombardier, but the Yankees suck. Okay? So, on the next episode, I'm going to play the game of strategy, luck, knowledge, and daring. Bullseye, but I'm going to have to do it afterwards because I'm going to visit my friend David St. Dennis on his live stream to talk about a little bit of talking some Mario Kart. That's right, Mario Kart. So we're gonna have some fun there. So, wow, crazy things have happened before, man. Crazy things have happened. So I will see you guys later. So until the next episode comes around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, tour for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Sweet Bumbling Bofo Raver Telepictures and Distribution. See you next episode, and have a very blessed day.